Doing. One thing that I wanted to drill in on as a follow-up to the code coverage KPI that we created earlier is the time dimension-based querying that you can do with SQL Server 2005 analysis services. So you recall in our key performance indicators, we're looking at a trend week by week. So we'll look at, in this particular case, our code coverage KPI it has a trend of going upwards based on the previous week of data. So I just want to take a closer look at how we get the week by week data. So what we'll do is run an MDX query to pull out essentially the same value that this key performance indicator is creating for us. We'll fire up SQL Server Management Studio, connect to our analysis services database. All right, so we'll go find the database that we've been working on. Got a lot of analysis services databases, so lots of practice creating that particular video. So we'll look at the code coverage KPI that we created, and let's do a new MDX query. Let's do a little real estate so we can have a little more room. And what we'll do is we'll query for the week by week progression of our percentage code coverage. I'm still pretty new to MDX. What I'll do is just paste that code in. Basically what we're doing is we're creating a temporary measure that looks at the previous member of our week against our percent code coverage calculated member. So very similar to what we're doing in our KPI. And we'll select that. So we'll go in our rows, we'll look at all of the weeks that we have on record. And on the columns, we will look at all of the values of our percentage code coverage. Now when I give that a run, when I execute it, when I execute that statement, you'll notice that my previous code coverage percentage is always null. So what that's telling us that we've only got a couple weeks worth of data in this particular database with regard to code coverage. So that's why our trending was upwards, because basically this 1.36% was the first code coverage that we've recorded so far. So our trending upwards is more because of the lack of data that we have more than anything else. But the logic that we've embedded inside that KPI is good. It's just a matter of as we build in more data, that trending is going to become more significant over time. Anyway, the trending was something that I was curious about, so I just want to share that with the video. Thanks a lot.